In the last video, we introduced what metadata is and the 5 places where you can edit your metadata in Shopify. I gave you a free spreadsheet where you can set up all your URLs and track exactly what titles and meta descriptions you want to have. And now we're going to talk about how to choose your focus keywords for your Shopify store. And I'm going to give you a few over-the-shoulder examples so that you can understand how you might create metadata for your Shopify store in order to tell Google exactly what your Shopify page is about, as well as increase search engine traffic and click-throughs from visitors. So first, I'm going to start with a quick example. I love these skateboards, and I actually love this metadata here. Actually, here it's an ad, but then here which is the copy that I love. But then we have the organic metadata. So bonsai skateboards, vintage skateboard design reissued. So the reissue, the vintage design, people love that, released a timeless skateboard design into culture's history, and now it's made entirely from anodized aluminum. And I, right away, as a junkie who dreams of getting this skateboard, I'm clicking in there. So this is a way that it brings up emotions for me, and hopefully you can do the same as you write your metadata. But there are multiple components to that. The first is to figure out what people are searching and also how to align that with the emotions of what people want and what your store delivers. So I'm going to give an example of a store that I actually just started working with. It's Bonnie Jennifer Jewelry. And their domain rating isn't very high, but they do have a bit of organic traffic going for them. And so far, they are ranking for their brand name and a few different terms like gold-filled beaded jewelry. And so I also can do that. That's Ahrefs, which is one paid tool. And then here is the SEMrush view, which is another paid tool. And you can see here in their organic research, so if you type in the URL and then click organic research, you get a sense of what is it that they are ranking for. So here's their organic keywords, and can see here the URL that is ranking. So right now they're number 11 for gold beaded bracelet set, and they're getting about 10 people per day on this search term that has around 400 people searching. So we would want to push that 11 up to a 1. And so let's check out what their metadata currently says for this page right now. So it's this page here. Gold-filled beaded bracelet, I believe, is what it was. And that title here, and then we have the description, stretchable bead bracelet for gold-filled, all of that. So what I have here, gold beaded bracelet set, is what I want to include in the metadata and title. Because what that's going to do there is make sure that, oh, and look, that's a 404. So that's something that you would want to resolve because they were ranking and now the URL doesn't exist. So that traffic will go away. So I just started working for this store, but for that bracelet set, if I want to rank for a gold beaded bracelet set, then I would definitely want to make sure that that is in my metadata. Another way to do this is in your Google Search Console. If you don't have Ahrefs or SEMrush or another one of those paid tools, so you can look at your URL, you click on the left here into performance, and you can see what queries are bringing you clicks to your website or impressions. So in this case, we're getting the most impressions for these beaded bracelets, and you can click in and see here, this is again that page that's bringing in that traffic. And what it looks like, they just moved to Shopify. And so what I think is happening is their old site is still indexed, and or those old URLs are indexed, and now Google doesn't know what to do because we have this new site live. So I'm going to use a different example here. So you would just remove that query, and then hopefully one of these things will work. Looks like that might be our, let's see, stack bracelets. Let's see what page there. So the idea here is if we go to this page, sorry guys. So if we go to the page and we see that the metadata for that product does not actually include the term that you're already ranking for, then you want to make sure you include it exactly as is. So, and you want it to read really well, but you want it to include it because it will give you just that little extra boost. So let's just say we're working from scratch. And in this case, that's kind of true. So I have this presentation this sheet that I gave you in the last video, and it includes the URLs, the titles, and the meta descriptions of every page on the website. So here we have this Cuban link gold-filled necklace. This is actually, I'm excited to optimize this, because what I would start with, if I have a paid tool, here I would go to, Cuban link gold-filled necklace. This feels like there might be some search volume, and there's not. Okay, gold-filled Cuban link necklace. Let's just see Cuban link necklace. Okay, boom. So we can see that 1.2K people search for this every month, and that's in the US, and that 1.1K click, and that keyword difficulty is a 6 out of 100. So what that means is that here we need about 7 backlinks to rank in the top 10 for the Cuban link necklace keyword. So what I would do here in my spreadsheet, because that's pretty easy, Cuban link necklace. I think that's what, and what it was? Yes. Okay, so when I look at my existing title, it's Cuban link gold-filled necklace. Now, we noticed that only 0 to 10 people searched for that search term. And so actually, I'm gonna remove the gold-filled, which is going to, just by removing those words there, we're going to increase our visibility, because Google will see the more exact match. So Cuban link necklace. So that is sort of the default. I'm going to go into Shopify and I'm going to search for this necklace so that we can write this together. All right. And again, if you want, you go into your Shopify admin, all products, you search the product, and then you click into it and go edit website SEO. So Cuban link necklace. So the first part is to get that keyword in, and the second part is to write metadata that really pulls at the heartstrings of people, right? So what is it that's special about this or your product? So bold, classic gold-filled Cuban link necklace, the perfect statement piece. Layer it up or wear it alone. Our high-quality 14-karat gold-filled pieces do not turn or tarnish. And then it's the measurement, and then we have some more information, jewelry chart. So the idea here is to take that term and surround it with something that is going to get people to click through, because you want to show up and you want people, when you show up, to actually click through onto your page and have alignment of what they want. And that is actually going to help move you up even further in the search engines. So this is 19 characters. I want to go a little longer, right? We want it to be in the 50 character-ish range. And I think what this does by default is it appends that Bonnie Jennifer to the end. So you might say shop the Cuban link, or you might say fall in love with the Cuban link necklace. I might say bold or women's Cuban link necklaces. Shop women's Cuban link necklaces, or shop bold Cuban link necklaces, or shop the. So you can see there's a little bit of creativity going on here, where you can kind of decide what you want to write, and you keep track of what happens after you change this stuff. So by default, Shopify usually imports, part of the information from the page. And what I want to do is go back. Cuban link necklace. So what is a Cuban link necklace? How to draw? I'm looking for things that people are looking for, when they're searching for this, what is it that they want? Chains, 24 karat, 14 karat. So, okay, yeah. All right. Was it a choker? No, but you can get a sense of what we're doing here. So, classic Cuban link necklace. Shop the classic Cuban link necklace. This statement, this 14 karat gold filled necklace, I think we have to be accurate, does not turn or tarnish. And then customize your Cuban link necklace. I think Cuban is to the perfect length. So there you go. It may not be perfect, but it's definitely a great starting place. And you'll want to go through this same process, whether you have SEMrush or Ahrefs, or you're working with Google Search Console for every single one of your pages. And the other example of this, of how you can do this, is just search what it is that you're looking for, because Google rewards what it is that people want. And so Cuban link necklace, and then we can see hip hop jewelry, okay. And what you want to do is you want to serve people with what they want, but also stand out, so that if you're on this list, you're the most compelling one and you will draw the clicks. So I hope that's helpful. And if you have any questions about figuring out what to write for each page and how to actually write your titles and meta descriptions, let me know in the comments and I'm happy to help you out. Thank you and have a good day.